Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail Self, and we are back with more Game Dev Tycoon after a few recording mishaps. But we are at 1.2 million in sales with Western Star, and I'm actually skipping E3 this year because we're making a new engine. Now, the last one was called the Litterbox engine, but we are due to getting some upgrades, especially for graphics. So I do want to make a new engine. Now, we're at the early 2000s, so we kind of are getting away from sort of tongue-in-cheek big literal names like, say, the Unreal Engine 2 or any of that. And you start to get sort of weird, bonkers, I don't know, code name engines. So I guess we're just going to call this, the last one's the Litterbox engine, so we're kind of already there. We're just going to call this the catnip engine and see what we can do. So we're going to have the next generation of 3D graphics. We're going to have, let's see here, there's not really much to add there. We're going to see, it's going to be a lot of actually engine upgrades, achievements on top of that, voiceovers on top of that. So this is $1 million engine and virtual economy. So there's more that I can add to this eventually when I get some research. But I think for now this is going to be sufficient, especially with the graphics increase. Because there's other things I want to add, but I'm not going to be getting that research until we get this done. So this is kind of a necessary portion. We're going to miss the mature spike there, but we probably would have anyway with any large game we made. So here we go, Game Dev Tycoon, where so far, after faltering the first time, we are back on our way. We have some new staff here, then you can see how quickly we are flying through 600 points for an engine. So Western Star sold a lot, and all those sales went to us, which is great. And now we have catnip, so now that our team's all sitting here, did any good enticing publisher deals came up with school casual? Excuse me. School Casual, no. Werewolf Action on the N64, no. GameCube, Government Any, or Romance Any, no. So we're just going to go for ourselves. And you can see here that we've just dumped a lot of money in there, and we still have 31 million in the bank. So let's do another sequel. Let's see here. We did a fantasy RPG. Cosmo Atlas is pretty good too. Hallway All-Stars. Let's see here. We have... let's see here. Sci-fi adventure. Is it time for another Space Cat Cadet game? It might be. Because we haven't done an adventure game in quite some time, and we get to do this one for ourselves somehow, so let's do that. Space Cat Cadets is going to be a large game, and it's going to be on the PC, and it's going to be our first catnip game, so one of our greatest critical successes ever is coming back. So, Return of Space Cat. I don't know if I can fit cadets in there too, so we'll just do Return of Space Cat. That's like a good 2. So there we go. Let's do a text-based. No, that's the fun part of how the engine resets. So we get all of our people coming in here. Do we get any starter hype for this? It's not a mature game at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite of mature. But our sci-fi adventure game, as I have a dog who's asleep and barking in her sleep, which is kind of funny here. So the adventure game here doesn't really need too much of... Let's see, this is actually pretty good for all of this. We're going to keep it very story driven. Let's see, if I try and put some of these things in here, we're going to be kinda in trouble. So I would like to have mod support though, so let's add that feature. It's not going to take too much away from everything else. Yeah, we can do that. Any other gameplay features I can put in? Steering wheel, achievements. Take out steering wheel. Oh! Not quite there. So are we going to be able to balance all these points? Okay, yeah, that's the balance we want. So, sorry Space Cat Cadets, you don't get a steering wheel, but you do get to play with a joystick or gamepad. So, how are we going to do this? Drosman, you're good on the story, but actually I kind of want to put John Stewart on here. Just to have him do that, just to try and get these people some more work. Wait, what am I saying? John Stewart is a super tech guy. That's not what I want at all. Awesome. So, Drosman, you are going to go on the story and quest. We do really need to save our people for what we got. We're going to put Lorraine Hart, who's pretty balanced on the gameplay, because that's kind of a game balance issue. So let's add to this Space Cats. We're getting on the hype train as well, and you see we're down to 29 million, but I think we can recoup that. Except that our team's starting to get tired, so shit, we may not do as well as I hoped. But that's how it goes. So GameSphere is going to be taken off the market, so we could have been developing for a dead system again. So let's see here. This is kind of looking like an RPG, I guess, in a lot of the same ways as we were before, since we just did an RPG. But let's put voiceovers in here this time, because now our cats, they can talk. Ooh. Let's hear Audrey Price. We're not going to have you on both. Well, actually, let's see here. I'll kind of put you over the edge a little bit, but that's okay. So we can bump up the AI. We can bump up the AI a little bit. We can have Lorraine. We can have her kind of do that. That's fine. I think that'll work. We want all those things with level design we want. We'll keep AI companions and we'll ditch the better AI here. So, yeah. $500,000 to implement all these features. Apparently voiceovers are super expensive. But totally worth it, so you can have your space cats go meow. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and start a small marketing campaign. I can't afford a large one yet because that's millions of dollars, even though I have plenty of money here. Unfortunately, we have staff that's getting tireder and tireder. So this may be sort of a B-class effort. And see, we missed the mature swing anyway, so not so bad stuff. Not so bad at all. So we're at 49 hype, and now we're kind of back to about what we were doing before, I guess. So let's see. I guess this is just kind of how it's going to work out. This gets everybody nice and balanced. We can't really fit the soundtrack in there unless we take out stereo sound, but I don't really want to do that. And we add a virtual economy in there for, I don't know what you call them, cat bucks or something. So let's see here. Please don't have my team keel over at the last second. And I'm going to add to marketing since it is additive here. We're going to do some magazines and demos as my team starts to really wear down here. I guess making the engine was just too much work for them. I don't know. So GameSphere no longer supported. Apparently neither is my whole team. Let's do one more tiny marketing here just to get the hype over 100. We can finish whenever, and as soon as it's released, I'm sending my team out on vacation. Because they are going crazy. No extra bugs. There we go. So, vacation. So that's a new record for everything, which is good. And Lorraine Hart gained another level, so she's going to be making more money now. And, oh wow, all kinds of new things. Online play, advanced body language, orchestral soundtracks. So, vacation, 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 and Return of Space Cat. How did you... Whoa, come on, do good for me. 10! We got a 10 for Return of Space Cat. We got another 10, so this is like, we are obliterating everything that's expected. Oh my god, 3 10s. Oh, come on, give me 4 10s, give me 4 10s. Ah! You fucking all gamers. All gamers. I've never... Between this game and Game Dev Tycoon, or Game Dev Story, which are both very similar, I've never gotten a perfect 10. Never, ever, ever. And it looks like I'm not either, but Return of Space Cat, we started with 31 million, and we are up at Sales Rank 1, and we gained everything back in the very first week. So actually, we gained a good deal back and then some, because we're up way further ahead. Keep in mind that we lost money from paying salaries as well. So, whew. So we just got where Return of Space Cat was recently released and has gotten over 500 sales. We're going to be another million seller here. So what can I research? New topic, government, surgery, transport, or werewolf. Let's see, werewolf's super popular. And let's see here. We're just going to have you train, I think, real quick, because we've gotta get you guys leveled up here so we can start doing some specialization. So we're not going to worry about some of these things until a new engine's on the way. So Return of Space Cat has gotten 1 million in sales, and it's so exciting. And you can see actually here that we get a major bump from the good press. I guess in a way that's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, like real life even, where people are like, oh, well, other people are buying it, I should check it out. It's legit. So there's a lot of good surprises waiting for in Return of Space Cat. The character dialogue in the game is just outstanding. Rarely have been so captivated, and there we go, Roland Keane, thank you. Somebody likes me. So it seems I'm scratching my head here while we research, and I don't know if these guys are going to keel over next. So I completed the werewolf. So we're going to research one more topic, just if something good came up here. Mystery. Let's do government research. By the time those guys are done and this is done, we'll be able... Wow, we're still the #1 sales rank weeks later, and we got a ton of fans. So let's see here. By the time all this is done, I just want to see if they're... See here, I'm not probably going to be going for publisher deals much longer, unless it's a really good one. So transport, any topic strategy for that, or history, any genre. So see, I can't even go into these leaky buckets anymore. So we have a whole library of games we could buy or get. Let's develop a new game. I have not done that in a while. Let's actually go multi-genre here. So this is going to be a large game, and I think I want to go with a simulation strategy game, because that's something we haven't really done before. So what is a good game that lends itself to simulation or strategy? Well, Werewolf does. I mean, we did recently have some of these things, but I guess we could do a business one or a racing one. I mean, you just kind of have to think, because with the multi-genre, you have to hit with both of them, and there is some overlap. So let's do startups. It's kind of like the game dev Tycoon of making stuff, but we're going to do it for the PC, and we're going to do this with the catnip engine. So see, you can release a really good game. Nope. Apparently it doesn't want me to click there. So let's try that again. So let's hear, this is a startup simulation strategy game for the PC, and we'll just call this... I mean, you could want to go for Lemonade Stand or something, but we could just call this as well. Corporate takeover? No, corporate. Corporations. I think that's... the one-word title here is probably going to serve us well for this kind of game. So a startup simulation strategy where you get to incorporate yourself. Now another thing with the multi-genre, it's taken me a while to kind of get my head around what you need. One of the reasons I did simulation strategy is that there's a lot of overlap, but when you're doing a multi-genre game, the game kind of takes the first part of this, the simulation part, and weighs that more heavily than the strategy part. So if you did an action RPG, you'd actually have to create a different game than an RPG action game. And I may be able to do an example of that later on, but for now we're just going to stick with this, because these kind of have similar requirements for these things. So we'll try and keep it good. And we're not going to have a branching... Well, no, let's have a branching story. We don't need advanced cutscenes. You're incorporating... Oh my god. So apparently basic physics is asking too much. Let's up that engine then. There we go. Yeah, I have... In order to throw everything in there. Steering wheel? I don't know. That's just funny to me. Let's see. So gameplay, I'll put Lorraine Hart on that. Or actually, I'll put Audrey Price on it. Because we want to save Lorraine for stuff that requires a little more balance. So there we go. I'll actually lower the story part just a little bit, so Drazen doesn't have as much work to do. But I'm working these two people again because they're new, and they'll be fully integrated into our staff, probably by now. So now we get to do this, and we are going to do a large booth for the first time ever, because fuck, we're sitting on 59 million. That was a $35 million Space Cat I made. Let's actually see there. It's still on sale, and it is sold over 35 million after costing only 4 million. And it's for a PC game. One of the greatest games of all time. It's only now sales rank 2, so everybody wants the Space Cat, which is probably the tagline for the marketing campaign. So massive, massive commercial success here. I think we can afford to do something a little wonky, like a startup simulation strategy game. So let's hear corporations. Dialogue's going to matter a little bit, but not a ton. What we want here is level design's okay. It is a strategy game too, but I think our biggest goal is going to be having top-notch AI. That's kind of what we want more than anything else. So it's here. I'll put you on the dialogues, and we're going to save myself and Lorraine for the later on down the line. So we want great AI. We can actually fit almost everything in here except for voiceovers. We don't even need better dialogue probably, because it's just you're building stuff. It's like, you're buying. I want to take you over. You're not making a profit. So, corporations. What kind of hype are you going to get? Is this the kind of game people want? I don't know, but I'm getting a lot of fans here in a hurry. So this is going to be good exposure for it. Very cost effective. So 70,000. Are you going to get 80,000? No. So 787,000. Jesus, that's a whole factor of 10 more. So we had a ton of people, and we're number 24 booth at the place. So look at our hype just skyrocketing, and that was just from a little bit of added stuff. So on top of that, we're just going to do a magazine and demo for corporations. We may actually be able to max out our hype here by the end of this, which is setting ourselves to not be able to live up to it. Oh, God. Okay, I'm an employee with the EPA and have an offering to your company as high electrical footprint. You install solar panels, sponsor 50% of the cost, which brings it to 200. Okay, I thought the EPA was like going to sue me for something. I don't know why. So, good job installing a solar collector. So we are now going green. I don't know if that has an overall output on this game, but I guess we need too much air conditioning? I don't know. So let's see. We want to go with better graphics and sound here. We don't need all of this world design. We don't need a day and night cycle. We don't need a rich backstory. We do want some stuff, so. There we go. Because I do want a virtual economy for this kind of game. Because it is a startup. You need something here. So let's hear. We're going to do sound and graphics. And who's going to be doing world design? Can you fit that in your schedule? Yes. So there we go, because graphics and sound are both kind of split entities. So Drosman needs to train, and Stewart need to train. I need to be training them to get them to be my specialist so I can do some other special things here in a little bit. Okay, we're now over 200 hype, so I was apparently wrong at being able to cap it, as our first two people are tired. Oh, taste for unusual games. Oh, shit. I mean, that's good because it's interesting and you get to make crazy things. But you actually get penalized for releasing a game that's not crazy. So I'm actually going to get fantasy RPG, just named two examples. I really hope some companies bring something unique. So strategy, simulation strategy startup, I think that may be a little bit too good there. So that's kind of terrible timing, and it's probably really going to hurt our reviews. But you can't really predict that so much. So not only that, but I'm going to miss that trend too, which is a shame, because I'd like to make some crazy stuff and get a reward for it. So, solar panels. Hooray. Let's go ahead and send you guys on vacation, actually. Just go ahead and get that out of the way early. So Return of Space Cat sold 3 million units and made us way too much money for cats. But all we gotta do now is get all this stuff out, and we're going to miss the strange combo, but that's okay, because we're just going to release what we got anyway, so no bugs, no bugs. I don't think this is going to be a record for us either. Oh, new record for tech. So new combo, good management, so I didn't get a good thing for a great combo, so maybe I won't be penalized. Oh no, apparently maybe a strategy for a startup is a weird combo, I don't know. Certainly don't usually go multi-genre with it, so this is kind of new to me too. Hopefully I could trash the game. We just put a bunch of money into it, so more increases, and these guys are making so much less. Oh my god, so all kinds of new things. Cooperative play, interactive story, moral choices, no loading screens, realistic weather, and 3D graphics version 4. So those are all things we can add in for our next topic. So here we go. So we're already getting our next-gen stuff soon, which means we do not want to. There we go. So next-gen, blah, 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 blah. Xbox 360 on the way. All that means is that we want to be sticking with the PC, because I don't want to be stuck on a dead system again. So, oh my god, corporations is going to get slammed, isn't it? Have seen better. See, this is where it's not a strange combo, so I'm getting penalized for this, so I kind of saw this coming. So it has its moments, so people are like, meh. And this is where I suck with multi-genre, so I don't really do too well with it. Let's go ahead and train, because we need to do Drosman training a little bit, and we need to do Sawyer training a little bit. He's not quite at specializations yet, but let's go ahead and train you as well. So we're just gonna reinvest into ourselves here while we can. So this one is not going to do as well for us, but see, you get to take some risks sometimes. When you're in a situation where you just made a giant commercial success, and we'll just go ahead and have everybody train. Why not? So let's see, what do you need? You need... Let's make you faster, I guess. And then train you to get better programming. So we're going to kind of invest in the group that we have here. So we hit sales rank 74. We're going to probably lose money on this game, but not significant money. It is well hyped, but it's still 5.5. So, could have done better, could have done worse. And we're going to miss the strange combo trend entirely. But I guess that's okay. But at least we get to make everything back. We don't get eaten in the face by a publisher. So there, I made a little bit of a profit. That doesn't account for the massive monthly costs that my group has acquired. So we're going to be okay. So let's hear any publisher deals. Nope. An evolution game for a system that's going to die. Any topic casual. I can make... See, now that I can make my own large games, I don't really need to go through a publisher anymore. So let's see here. So pretty much we would just let's go back into our back catalog a little bit, because we have some good games here, such as a post-apocalyptic adventure, which worked out very well for us. Kitty Romper worked out for us incredibly well for the PlayStation. But I think I'm going to save that for whatever system comes next. So pretty much, what do we got? Average Joe, the horror action game. Big Harold's Day Off, the system. Pole Sitta. So there's some good stuff, and there's some stuff to forget. World War IV Commando. See, these aren't really strange things. Post-apocalyptic adventure is a good combo. I did recently do an adventure game, but maybe we'll stick that one out and see how well it's received, because it's not the most obvious combo in the world. But yeah, let's go ahead and PC with this, and let's do this catnip style. So Camp 66, and we're just going to call this Camp 66. Now, there's all the little buzzwords that you get in the early 2000s for games like Vendetta or Vengeance or Camp 66. We'll just call this Vagrants, because it's the apocalypse. Where are you going to go? So it's going to be our last game for this episode. Hopefully we can do better. Hopefully our team doesn't sleep at the wheel, because right now our watches are not synchronized. Let's see, our adventure game. So we're going into the realm of adventure quite a bit here. We want all kinds of stuff here. So video playback, I don't really need you as much. I do want mod support, so we'll actually up the engine just a little bit. Gameplay here. Don't really need steering wheel. Let's even get rid of joystick, because fuck it, right? So your Drosman's going to be on our story, and Stuart's going to be on our engine, so we got some really high quality people. Let's put Heart on gameplay, because that's another sort of thing that requires balance. So the post-apocalyptic venture, Vagrants, I hope it is received as well as the last one was. I don't know for sure. I am going to miss this trend though, but that's okay. Because right now, have I made bank? Yeah, I did make back enough money on what I just did, so it's not terrible. Yeah, see, this is going to be a lot like an RPG, so we got to kind of watch it here. So we don't need as much AI. we'll throw in the better AI. We want Easter eggs and all that stuff. We want voiceovers and better dialogues. So yeah, how are we going to manage this? Let's go ahead and put you here. And let's go ahead and, let's see, our level design. We do want some good design people here. Estrada, I haven't used you as much, so let's go ahead and put you here. And we'll save Sawyer for a little later. That sounds good to me. So just all aboard the hype train. I'm going to do a little bit of marketing here again. We're back up to 60 million, but I guess I could start doing some large campaigns for this. But I think I want to save that for maybe my next game or whatever. So Corporation sold 500,000 units, made 60 million in sales, so we're kind of back where we started and no strong trends. So like I said, it's you either luck into the strange thing or you miss it completely. So we're just going to do this with the game here. We really want good these. Sound doesn't matter as much. But we do want all of this stuff. All the stuff we do want, so it's either going to be Drazen that's overworked, or Price that's overworked, or me that's overworked. So there we go. Not great management this time around. Sawyer's just kind of sitting there with a thumb in his butt like, what am I supposed to do this game? Because actually Estrada is a better person than Sawyer now. Sawyer's more of a specialist, and there's just not as much for him to do. So he's just going to sit and say, I am the 0%. And that's okay. So we want good stuff. We want really good world design. We'll up that over everything. Sound, like I said, doesn't matter as much. So let's see how this goes. As our group's just starting to get tired, but that's okay. Like I said, I wish they were synced up a little better. Let's see. We're actually towards the end. Why not? I got 59 million. How much is it for a large campaign? 2 million. I can afford that. I'm confident in my team's ability to make something good to play. Is my confidence misplaced? Probably. But we're going to hype this shit up anyway. So the Nintendo 64 is about to go off the market. Let's go ahead and send you guys on vacation. And do I hold this release for a large booth? I don't know. I just don't know. I guess I could. Just say we're finishing it. We're constantly finishing it. So yeah, we'll just let the calendar tick a little bit because I think it is June where it happens. So I got one extra bug in there that gets taken out. So second week of June, E3. Here we go. So the game that's been done for a while and we've just been sitting on it just to say F you to our fan base. How hyped can we get people? Is this going to backfire? So we got 800,000 people visiting us this time. So lots of fans. And we're number 22 this year, so as soon as that bug is gone, we're going to release this game. And then we get the Xbox 360, which has computer parts, and it turns in circles. So, no new records. That's a little irritating, but hopefully we don't get slammed in the face, otherwise we need to upgrade our engine again. So let's see what the reviews look like. Okay. Camp 66 Vagrants. 8. I'll take an 8. I'd like to see more higher than that. There we go. So 8s and 9s. That's better. That's how much the strange combo can really hurt you in reviews. So as long as this isn't a 7, I'm okay. Okay, 8.5. That's good. That's good, good, good. So we're going to succeed here in the post-apocalypse genre again in more of the appropriate time, and we're going to call this an episode for now and pick up next time where I guess we'll be starting with a coding contest. So hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon in more Game Dev Tycoon.